Hey guys, this is One Authority all the way from Down Under, and today I'm going to be doing a League of Legends High Elo Challenger Tier Shoutcasting video. This is solo queue, and I thought they're going to get a bit of shoutcasting experience. I would go and shoutcast one of the best players in the North American scene. So today, on the purple team, we've got a wide variety of people. We've got Caitlyn, Karthus, Vi, Fiddlesticks and Darius. A very weird team composition, but this is kind of what you see in solo queue. They don't really care about the meta, they just want to play what they want to play. On the blue team, we've got a fresh Ezreal, Renekton, LeBlanc, and Lee Sin. A bit more generic, and as you can see, in the mid lane, we've got Wingsofdeath playing LeBlanc, a very popular streamer. And as you can see right here, we've got Nightblue on Vi, again, another popular streamer. In the bottom lane, we've also got, with Ezreal and Fresh, we've got Tech and Glee, the duo lane of Cloud9 Tempest, the Challenger tier team. So let's just have a bit of a look at the starting lineups per se in terms of the items. Just got Doran's shields, you know, just general starts. We've got a Doran's ring on LeBlanc with that upgraded mastery, so she gets the biscuit. Overall looking, you know, fairly generic at the moment. The jungler's just going through their whole path, and bot lane, as always, is getting very aggressive. The Caitlyn and Fiddlesticks lane is basically a kill lane, and as you can see, a bit of an engage right now. He has to go and flash. That is a first blood to Tech, and Mizu is getting pushed back quite far. Pronouncing half these guys' names is like really difficult, so for the majority of the time I'm just gonna go say the character's name. So if that goes and worries you guys, I'm sorry about that, but you know, pronouncing these names on the fly, especially look at Glee's name, come on, I couldn't pronounce that the full way if I wanted to. It's ridiculous, but it is a bit of a challenge. But let's just go with the characters for now. But that first kill on Ezreal is, you know, quite unexpected. The Fresh, whenever you have Fresh, it generally is a kill lane. However, you know, with a Caitlyn, with a Fiddlesticks, there'll be a lot of pressure. However, that pressure was just a bit too much, and then the blue team just kind of flipped it over and got a kill for themselves. Very nice start for them. If we look around the rest of the map, we've got a Darius and Renekton top lane. Darius and Renekton being very big lane bullies. Renekton being one of the biggest we've seen in, let's say, the LCS. But this engage straight up on Darius got a lot of pressure. And judging by his build, would go and say so. You know, he's got a Doran shield. And, you know, Renekton's got a Doran shield as well. But Darius has that extremely high early game power with his Q, with his W, and his pull as well. Can go and chain a lot together. But Renekton's turning back, but it's just going to becoming a bit of a brawler fest, as it usually is in the top lane with the whole tanky top lane meta. It's going to be basically as we're seeing right now. Looking at the bottom lane, Lee Sin's gonna go get a lantern, a great pull on Fiddlesticks, but Nightblue goes and sees as well. There is a dead Fiddlesticks, but it's also gonna be, oh, Nightblue, one more hit. Mizu goes and gets the last one on that. The engage is still going. Oh, look at this ADC fest. The barrier coming out. One more hit. The barrier coming in from Caitlyn. Can this be a triple kill for Caitlyn? That would be fantastic. One pilled over Peacemaker. However, the flash goes and evades it. Great positioning by Nightblue. Lee Sin 4. Alright, I'm going to go straight in. Try to go and get my ADC a kill, which he did in the end. However, Nightblue was right on the back. Boom, countered it. Fantastic ward. And overall, a really good engage for the blue team. Caitlyn already on 2 kills. You know, lane bully, what's she going to be right now? A lot of pressure. Wingsofdeath in the mid lanes. Gone quite well. CS is quite high, just a bit more. But at the top lane, the slice and dice. But he goes and slice and dices into the turret range. He may have survived from the ignite in the end. But overall, a 1-for-1 trade. Those bruisers, those tanks, getting a bit of gold that they desperately do need to go and get their builds going. But as I said before, Caitlyn with those 2 kills, she's got a straight up Bloodthirster. Not Bloodthirster, the BF sword. A straight up Bloodthirster would be absolutely ridiculous. But a straight up BF sword for her, that is even more pressure in lane in comparison to Ezreal's simple Phage. Phage gives you that nice passive. However, it doesn't give as nearly as enough attack damage in comparison to the mighty BF sword. So let's have just a look around. Karthus on Kirby Cake, Karthus, you know, having a bit of a bad time, but a massive engage here by Wings of Death. Yep, the last auto attack, but now he's going to be taking on Wings of Death right now. Wings of Death and Nightblue, but Nightblue does go and get the kill. Karthus just, even though he was way behind his turret, nothing he could have done, but another engage in the top lane. Lots of damage coming, but the damage coming twofold by Fixer on Darius. The flash, the Q, and there he goes. Gets a kill for himself. Just one too many turret hits coming from the turret in terms of Renekton. And all in all the hook coming in, that's a lot of damage. Oh, the arcane shift, just really just trying to get that last one. But more engages in the jungle. Nightblue coming in with the ultimate. Lee Sin just can't go and do this. However, he goes and pulls back. But the Requiem, oh, the barrier, just the slight barrier goes and keeps him alive. And Nightblue, 40 would be going getting killed, but in the end, he just gets, you know, LeBlanc just comes down, takes him out, and they just go and squeeze him in the blue team. So overall, the Requiem, just not enough to go and finish off Lee Sin with that great safeguard to his teammate. So Wings of Death on a fairly decent start at the moment. LeBlanc, you know, kind of one of the weakest laners in the game for the mid lane. So the fact that she's already on 2 kills, got that needlessly large rod already started, going to be a lot of magic damage. And obviously, on the side of the purple team, they have absolutely 0 magic resist. So her, you know, 100 to 0 potential is quite high at the moment if she can get her full rotation off properly. So in the bottom lane, just putting a British accent for no reason, is not really much happening. Everybody's just going back to their farming ways, but Fixia got a lot of damage. Renekton went and underestimated that. The slice and dice going and pulling him out of there. Now, what's happening in the top lane in terms of builds is that Darius is running the Brutalizer, Doran's Shield, and the Longsword. So there's a lot of attack damage in comparison to Renekton, who only has a Longsword. However, Darius is going and dying, but the flash will go and secure with a kill. I think it was just a fairly poor engage. But in the bottom lane, a ridiculous hook into the box. Goes and gets a kill for Xerath on Lee Sin. Just a very aggressive bottom lane. I think they're going to be diving onto this tower. We've got LeBlanc coming in and just deletes Fiddlesticks. And as I said before, that deletion potential was quite high at the start. You know, quite high when she got that needlessly large rod. That was just a perfect example of what they're doing with it. And as such, they take out the bottom lane, and they're going to go and try to take the Dragon. Dragon, not so much in the early game, but they're definitely going to go and get even more of a gold advantage than what they have already at the moment. So as you can see, 15-2 to 13-5, just a little bit of gold in their pockets. They're probably going to go back and go and spend that right now. Let's see what LeBlanc gets. Straight up Sorcerer Shoes. So straight up Sorc Shoes going to get heaps of magic pen, going to be doing basically true damage, or close to true damage, even though, because they're not running any magic resist. So those runes are just going to get completely penetrated through. So even more damage on the side of LeBlanc. That is very scary at the moment. Looking at the side of the purple team, got a couple kills on Darius, got a couple kills on Caitlyn, but one on Karthus. But his build is just extremely lackluster. Going for defense, going very deep on LeBlanc. Not sure why he didn't pull out. Of course, Nightblue's in the jungle. He's going to go and try to take it out. The Sultan Battery coming in. Great bait by Kirby Cake in order to get that kill. Would Hemorrhage and the Ignite. The Ignite just ticking in. Goes and gets the kill in the end for Darius. The Hemorrhage stack would have not killed him, basically. The bleed wouldn't have done enough damage. Just goes a little bit in, boom, clicks the Ignite button, and there we go. It's Kirby Cake on a couple of assists. Not doing as well as, you know, you would assume for a Karthus, but you know, Karthus is Karthus, more late game. With that Giant's Belt, not going to have so much kill potential in comparison to someone like LeBlanc, who's gone full damage. And there is another kill for Lee Sin. Thought it could be a bit of a duelist, but the hook coming in from C9, just going really deep. And that's one kill for our tech. But the Requiem, is this going to be a double Requiem? No, only a single. The miss peeled over Peacemaker, but the flash will go and secure it. That is 3 kills on Caitlyn right now. Karthus going picking up 1 on Fresh. Just, that is a massive game changer. Always is. And the Renekton, extremely deep. But the Ball Breaker getting Nightblue out of there. Just enough health to go and survive that engage. But as I was saying before, the Karthus ultimate, even though he isn't an assassin, Karthus is an assassin, he has very good pressure in terms of his Requiem. Oh! And Caitlyn thought he could go and suicide that one out. In the end, it doesn't work. And Fresh does go and get the kill with a very nicely placed auto attack, so it was a bit funny in the bot lane. Just bad timing, not enough tower hits to go and get that suicide. Obviously you want that suicide so the other team won't go and get the kill. And Fixer with that enhanced AD over Renekton, just doing a lot of damage. The Brutalizer, the defense in terms of the Ninja Tabi and the Longsword just doing a lot of AD in comparison to simply the Tiamat and a couple of Longswords. So Darius, a lot of kills, a couple of deaths. He's got the second most deaths on his team. The second most on the purple being that of Fiddle, 0 and 4. But he's going to get his ADC fairly fed as a Bloodthirst completely. But look at the damage on Wings of Death. Didn't get his full rotation out, but that was very deep. Puts the Lantern in C9 Glee, but he's going to go and flay. The box coming down, Flash is coming out, the hook just barely misses. And the True Shot Barrage, this scraping Nightblue, he doesn't really care. Ezreal doesn't have too much damage due to him starting on the Trinity Force. Most Ezreals go and do start the Trinity Force. Some do Bloodthirst, so they go and get that early game damage. But overall, he's just looking towards that mid and late game with that Triforce, that Sheen proc. A lot of damage coming out from there, especially when synergized with a high damage item. So let's see what he goes for. But hook coming out on Fiddlesticks, but nobody to go and follow up on that one. Baron, Dragon coming in 1 minute and 40 seconds from now. I just wanted to go and get that timer right. So they're just kind of cramming around the Dragon pit because the Dragon is obviously very hotly contested. But let's go swap back into here. The blue buff dance right now. Lee Sin trying to go and get a bit of damage. Who goes and gets it in the end? Nightblue does. However, this may be his life. The kickback with the flash. Great work. But Fiddlesticks coming in with a Crow Storm. He's going to go and maybe die as well. Karthus is going really deep. Try to get his passive working. Just chucking a couple Qs out. Not really working. But the build over Peacemaker, great work. This is fantastic at the moment by Caitlyn. I'm going really deep, but trying to 1v1 a LeBlanc when her rotation is fully up. This is not looking well. However, the passive is pop. LeBlanc gets away with her life. But after all of that, Renekton, just basically gives Darius a lot of tower hits. And the Requiem, would that finish it off? No, I didn't think it was going to finish it off. It was just a wasted Requiem. I think, Karthus could have realized, okay, they just didn't have enough health. Look how much damage you're doing, and look how much health they have. It wasn't going to finish it. Only at the very medium, the late stages would a Requiem do quite a lot of damage. That level up from 1 to 2 to 3 is quite high. At level 1, it doesn't do too much. It's rather just a finishing tool. So Fiddlesticks going with a very unorthodox build. A very unorthodox build in the forms of that Haunting Guise rather than something more support-like. When we have a look on the side of Fresh, he's got that Talisman Ascension, so that speed boost is going to be very good. But the burst, the ridiculous burst coming in from Wings of Death. Kirby Cake thinking, alright, he ain't doing too much damage, but he is doing quite a lot. Look at that Deathfire Grass. Come on, that is a lot of AP. With the Sorcerer's Boots, absolutely ridiculous. in the bot lane. Bit of a skirmish between the ADCs. But the main thing is coming here in the Dragon Pit. Nightblue going in, getting the smite. Is he going to get away with his life? 1 kill for a dragon. I think that is definitely going to be worth. Because that dragon does give quite a lot of gold due to it being around 16 minutes. Just over 16 minutes. And so that gold lead is just, you know, kind of going a bit smaller for the blue team. It was a couple thousand a while ago. Now it's just maybe just over 1,000 at the moment. So purple team coming back, but in terms of it, it doesn't really look like it. But a massive engage, a Crow Storm at the perfect time. Wings of Death, extremely squishy. He's going to go down. Can Lee Sin go and die? That was the wrong way to go and say it. But Lee Sin may go and die. The passive from Calf is not really doing too much. But there is Darius going to pull in. That is 1 kill. The duel's coming in. Darius versus Renekton. Bot lane, bit of a duel as well. Gonna pull in. Boom! The chunks! The ridiculous Noxing Guillotine. Taking out a lot of health. Darius is a very, very, very scary person at the moment. We kind of missed it since we were focused on the bottom lane. But our tech did go and get a kill on Caitlyn. He has got a lot of damage on. Got the red buff. Previously had the blue buff. Probably one of the reasons why I did win that engage. And as we look, he's got that Bilgewater Cutlass and the Trinity Force. Focusing on a bit of lifesteal, a bit of attack damage, and a bit of attack speed with that item. So overall, not the super raw damage of something like Caitlyn, but he's making it count quite well. An Arcane Shift. Doesn't really matter what happened, what Fiddle was going to do. He was just going to go and E over, and it did quite well. But as we saw in that previous engage, LeBlanc is not invincible. Once her rotation's down, she has basically no defenses. Her main goal is to go and finish off somebody very, very quickly. But in the mid lane, great hook by Glee, C9 Glee, and taking out Karthus again. The passive, it's just not really going to be working. And Kirby on Karthus goes and realizes what's happening at the moment. He's gone for, let's say, is that the Rylai's? Yeah, Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Forgot the name of that one. But the Rylai's Crystal Scepter and the Mercury Chairs just getting a lot of magic resist, so he can't be burst down from that LeBlanc 100, the 0. But again, Darius is just too fed at the moment. So much damage. The Noxing Guillotine just taking him out. Renekton 2 and 7 at the moment. His build is just basically nothing in comparison to Darius. We go over to the gold. Let's have a look. You know, there's a 2,000 difference between the top laners, and that is a lot of damage in terms of the. But when you think about it, it kind of counters out per se. But let's go just back into the mid lane. We've got the Crow Storm from Fiddlesticks, but it doesn't really do much. Our tech, ace in the hole, Wings of Death going and blocking it for him, but C9's gonna go and use that talisman to try to get his people to safety. In the end, nothing really happening. The Arcane Shift from our tech, just getting away, very versatile ability. Using it as more of a defense rather than offense. A double pull in from Darius, a great fear from Fiddlesticks. Almost there, Nightblue going straight in, extremely deep, 1v4. The whole team, the purple team, just not really doing much. He does get the 1 kill. I think that was a good decision not to go and dive that tower from the purple team, because they definitely had a fairly, if they dive, there could be a re-engage from the blue team. Even though it seemed like Nightblue had them all on edge, it wasn't really the best time for purple team to come in. So 1-for-1 trade over there. Not looking to, by the kills, it's looking okay for the blue team. However, they only have a 500 gold lead. The gold is in the right places, however. On the blue team, you got on Ezreal, you got on LeBlanc, they're your 2 super hyper carries. On the purple team, you've got a little bit on Karthus, quite a lot on Caitlyn, but it's more spread over. You've got it on Darius, you've got it on Vi, you've got it on a lot of people. Focusing down one of them isn't going to be as crucial as focusing down one of the blue team. Focusing down LeBlanc, boom, she's out, you could probably win the fight. Focus down Ezreal, the same thing. The rest of the team has been fairly tanky. Looking at the builds right now, as we've gone over, Vi, Nightblue has gone for the Black Cleaver, so focusing a bit more damage than rather pure tankiness. Is that the best decision, you would go and ask? Maybe. It really depends. Darius has got that Hex Drinker and the Brutalize, so he himself isn't very tanky. So it really depends. I think Nightblue is one of the people that really wants to be a carry jungler, always wants to be pulling out that damage rather than being the super hyper tank that we've kind of seen in LCS all these days. But Wingsofdeath just being a bit cheeky, just going and using his mark on Vi. Overall, Darius just going baiting in, but what's going to be happening? No, the pull doesn't work out in the end. The Salt and Battery is up, however, for Nightblue, so it could be a bit of an engage. All of blue team just kind of cramped around the center. A really nice... Oh, this is a massive engage. Ezreal goes and gets a kill. Assault and Battery coming out. Nightblue getting kicked back into the opposite direction. Fiddlesticks is going to go down. However, on the other side, there is Karthus. Nightblue just not getting away in the end. Great trade. However, the Requiem, how many is it going to go pick up? That doesn't go and pick up anybody. The Flash and the Arcane Shift from Altec trying to go and take out Caitlyn. How much was she on? Oh, not that much. She was basically seen at the back trying to do some damage. In the end, she doesn't go and get a kill for her work. Very, very good engage for the blue team. Going and pulling out that gold lead. It was barely a gold lead a couple minutes ago. Now it's very considerable. Just going clocking over 39,100 for the blue team and just 36,000 for the purple team. So overall, not looking too good for the purple team at the moment. Everything is just kind of crumbling apart. That Karthus is not being the main player because he's focusing so much on defense. He wants to become a bit tanky. Obviously, that's a good idea. But it's obviously not the best idea since he's just got a Sequence Arm Guard, the Rylai's, the Mercury Treads, and double Dorans. He isn't going to be putting out too much AP in comparison to LeBlanc. Come on, that's a Chalice of Harmony, Death Fire Grass, the Codex. A lot of damage coming in on her end. A Dragon picked up from purple team. Slightly sloppy from blue team. They could have gone and picked that up if they really wanted to. But overall, they're going to try to converge on this Darius. He's worth quite a lot of shutdown gold. Oh no, he was actually taken out in the last fight, so my apologies. He was taken out in the last fight, so that shutdown gold did go onto someone. But yes, not really looking too well. The Dragon for purple team kind of was countered by the top lane turret by blue team. And overall, it's just been a bit more stagnant, bit of farming. True Shot Barrage going straight down the middle, trying to take out some minions. Overall, it's just going to be a bit of a roaming stage. That Fear is quite a long time on a fiddle. That will definitely be of really good use somewhat. Well, of course, is going to be of really big use in team fights. I said somewhat in terms of, you know, who he puts it on. If he puts on LeBlanc or Ezreal, they're going to get, boom, instantly deleted. The Sword and Battery, they got a lot of damage. The Darius with the Noxian Guillotine, instantly go and delete somebody. And then you could go and get his resets as well, since if you go and get a kill with that Noxian Guillotine, you got 20 seconds where you can go and get another, where you can try to get another kill, and then another kill, and you can just keep leading him on. So leading Darius on is going to be really important. Whoa, Wingsofdeath is absolutely deleted, and that was what I was talking about. That is what you definitely have to go and do on someone like LeBlanc. You have to go and delete her, because she is so tanky and so squishy. However, she has so much damage, so deleting her like that is gonna be very beneficial. Great Crow Storm from Fiddlesticks, overall working really well. And now the Baron dance starts. Nightblue is gonna go and start it. Very risky. However, blue team could go and try to do it. The Assault and Battery going super deep on Altec, but he arcane shifts out of it. The True Shot Barrage coming through. There is Kirby just right in the middle of things. He's gonna go maybe burn out in the end. Yes, Altec does get the kill. Nightblue gonna go and try to go and get the kill, but the Requiem does go and finish it off. Everybody just so super low. Is this gonna be another re-engage? No, everybody just goes and pulls out. Oh my god, so deep by Lee Sin. So deep, but he does so well. Qs and then goes back to his ward, and they get 2 kills for their troubles. Fantastic plays by Lee Sin. If you didn't see, he queued in, right? Straight on. Beautiful, beautiful. And then he went and safeguarded back to his ward, and then got a bit of a heal as well. So that was really, really, really good. Definitely big applause to him, because he just got 2 kills for the blue team on that engage. It wasn't looking too good. It was just looking like a straightforward trade, but in the end, it came out very, very, very well. And there's our tech, and Fresh just going straight in. Massive damage, massive burst damage. But our tech's got to be a bit wary. And no, nothing really happening from that. Ultimates traded, just a lot of damage traded all in all. But the Lantern, great work, and Arcane Shift. Hooking onto Karthus, being a little bit greedy there. Overall, let's have a look at the builds right now. We also like to go and check in the builds, see what's happening. Caitlyn going for the Last Whisper and the Zeal, finishing the Last Whisper over something like a a Phantom Dancer or a Static Shiv. Static Shiv has been ridiculously nerfed right in this patch, because it doesn't go in crit by itself. It has to go in, it crits when your auto attacks crit. And that was one of the, you know, really good things about the Static Shiv. It would just crit by itself and you could go and get a lot of damage. But now, no, it's not so much. So let's see what she goes and builds into. It's not saying it's a bad item, I'm just saying it's not as useful as before. If Wingsofdeath was in that previous fight for the whole time, he could have definitely made a very big impact. But he just got deleted at the start and basically couldn't do anything for the whole fight, because the fight was ended by the time he got back. Now the Baron dance happens again. Lanes are being pushed in blue team's favor, so Caitlyn and Vi go up to try to deal with that. However, blue team just sitting in the Baron pit. Great hook on Darius. He's gonna get deleted right now, and there is a kill for Mongol Warrior. There's another kill on Karthus right now. However, he's right in the middle. The Crow Storm is getting kicked back by Lee Sin. Wingsofdeath getting kill on that one. Just great synergy by the blue team to go and pick up that kill. And now is definitely a time to go and pick up that Baron. The Lantern, the Dark Passage, going and pulling in Renekton. He's going to try to take this out as quick as he can. However, Nightblue does have the smite. However, they're just getting pushed back way too far. Mongo's just being basically a meat shield, and they have to go and give up this Baron. It's not worth to try to go and engage and basically just lose their life for it. There's no reason to. So blue team goes and gets the Baron. Great work. Fantastic engage. Have to give massive props for that hook for Fresh's hook onto Darius. Then he queued himself in and just locked down Darius. One pick, and then kind of Fiddle already had his ultimate charged. So it's like, alright, I'm going to Crow Storm in as well. Overall, it didn't work very well. Darius still is a bit of a player. He's got not as much damage, because everybody's got just more damage than what he had before. He's still got, however, the Hex Drink, the Brutalizer, the Infinity Edge, but he is a bit tanky. He's got the Sunfire cap, and Sunfires are really, really nice in situations like that, what we saw before. However, it didn't really work out in his favor. Purple team just trying to pick up the scraps per se, trying to pick up whatever they can, trying to crawl in that gold lead, because it's not looking too good for them. If blue team go and push together the mid lane, could go and take out a turret, take out an inhibitor, really going to go and put the pressure in. However, they're just trying to farm up right now. They got Baron buff, but it is lasting, you know, for quite a while more, so they can really do what they want with it. Only, you know, roughly a fifth or something gone and clocked over at the moment, so they've got a lot of time left at the moment. Ooh, the hook just missing on Darius. A lot of hooks being hit by C9 Glee right now, doing really, really, really well. In the bot lane, in the mid lane, just basically anywhere he is, he's going to go hit that hook on an unsuspecting foe. And as I said before, People straying away from that static shift, going towards a Bloodthirster, as, you know, most people are, because static just got hugely nerfed for some reason. But the deletion on Wings of Death is one thing Purple Team still have to keep in mind. Even though they do have a lot of damage, and even though they are losing, they're thinking, alright, we can go in the jungle, go and get some buffs and stuff. But Wings of Death just goes in, boom, deletes Fiddlesticks. He's down for 20 seconds. They could probably go and take out this inhibited turret. They're going straight in the Wall of Pain, and he flushes straight in with the Zhonya's. That is going to be a lot of damage. Nightblue getting kill on Wings of Death. The extended engages keep going on. Pilled with a Peacemaker on Mizu going and getting a kill right there. Overall, just a bit, the flash engage by Fixer. He's going to go and die in the end. Our tech getting the kill on that one. But the damage on Caitlyn is absolutely ridiculous. The Crow Storm extremely late, trying to pick up the scraps, but he just barely misses that hook. That hook hit, that could have been another kill. Nightblue, his ultimate is down. However, he's going to try to go and keep going. He gets hooked. Lee Sin just thinking, alright, no, I'm not going to go and do that. But Nightblue's got other ideas. He's getting landed away. Our tech, the less squishy one, is just running towards the Baron Pit and the Dragon Pit. However, he does go an Arcane Shift to safety. Caitlyn trying to go 90 caliber net over the wall, and that is where the engage ends. Overall, looked very bad, but the engage keeps going. The Sultan Battery going straight on fresh. There is the Crow from Fiddlesticks, a lot of damage, but now they've got to go and disengage. There is a deleted Fiddlesticks. Basically, C9 Outtech, Ezreal, he just has way too much damage at the moment. He is just an unstoppable force. He's just wrecking people all over. Wall of Pain, doing nothing. He's going to keep going, probably get his life, lose his life for it, and in the end, he does. At the very start of that fight, I was extremely worried for the blue team. That was an absolutely fantastic flash into E, into Zhonya's for Karthus. He just had his massive circle, and damage just going down on so many people. However, it was just not so much on the right people per se. He had a lot of damage. It was getting on Renekton, however. It was going on Lee Sin. Wings of Death was just on the outside. Same as Ezreal. They were just kind of on the outside doing the damage. You know, basically, they've got a lot of mobility as well. So even though they may have been stuck in that thing, even if they were stuck in that whole E of Karthus, they could just Arcane Shift out, Distortion out. They can do quite a lot of stuff to go and make themselves very mobile. So it's not looking too good at the moment. The gold lead is becoming just a tad bigger, just clocking over 6,000 at the moment. But Ezreal, there's one thing I've got to say to him. 16-2 with 10 assists. There's an Arcane Shift by Ezreal, but he's going to go hit by the Sultan Battery, just going straight in on Mongol, and there is a kill for Fiddlesticks. That is one thing that's very good on the side. Very good on the side of Purple Team. They have quite a lot of tanks. They've got on Fixer. They've got on Nightblue. And with the Sultan Battery for Nightblue, he can go straight in and do a lot of... You just basically lock down somebody where the whole team just catches up. Even though it may be just a tad less efficient, even because Ezreal does have that Arcane Shift, but it just brings her even further, so it really depends. They did a lot of really good stuff. Got a nice pick on Mongol, on the Renekton, and did a really good job on that. But still, it's not looking too good. One pick isn't going to go and take away the fact they've got a Baron. A lot of picks. They nearly got their inhibited turret, but they didn't get it in the end. Just looking just a tad desperate for the purple team at the moment. Now we look at LeBlanc, and LeBlanc is an absolute deletion machine. Absolutely deletion machine. Maybe this may be a perfect example. No, the flash does come out. Look what she's got. Rabadon's Deathfire Grasp, a Fiend's Holy Grail, Sorcerer's Boots, and the Doran's Ring. the most important, obviously, the Doran's Ring, giving all that ability power. But jokes aside, she is doing a lot of damage. A really, really, really huge amount of damage. I can't go and state it enough. If she can just go in, delete somebody, pull out, that's going to be really, really, really good. But they're trying to go on Siege's bottom, this mid tower. Definitely a good idea. Lee Sin, he doesn't even care. He can go and tank that tower as long as he wants. He's got the shield from Fresh. He's got the shield from himself. A lot of shields coming out. Going to tank that tower for ages, but they're moving towards the Baron pit. Another Baron dance. Nightblue just getting a bit of vision. He's just taking a lot of damage. There is the damage coming in from LeBlanc. Wingsofdeath is going to go and get deleted, but there's Karthus right in the center, wreaking havoc. Caitlyn doing a bit of work as well. And there is a kill for Lee Sin. Karthus is going straight in the center, but his passive doesn't go on anybody. There is one kill. Can he try to go and Kate out? Caitlyn can possibly go and Kate out this Karthus. This Fresh, I mean. Oh, look at this. Oh, going straight back in. This is ridiculous. Very close. There's one. The barrier coming out. The flash, the half fail flash. And in the end, the scraps are picked up by Caitlyn. Very, very tense fight. Nightblue went in, ball breakered over the wall for the Raves, and he was basically just put between a rock and a hard place. He couldn't run back because he basically went and got destroyed, as we've seen there. The other option was going to go straight in. However, his team wasn't around him. The team could have, you know, been a bit more, let's say, in touch. That's a bit of a word, and say, let's just go straight in. Nightblue, you go and ult the carries, and then we'll go work out. In the end, he doesn't even get his ultimate off for, you know, just die. He just died in that fight. He didn't really do much, and that was one of the main reasons why that fight didn't go towards the purple side. However, in the end, it looked fairly decent. That was a 5v5. It came out as Caitlyn the victor, per se, with Fresh. And Fresh almost died. If she had her ultimate up, which she used at the very start, that would have been a very easy kill. That was a very risky play, however, by the blue team. Just baiting back to Baron. In the end, not Nightblue. I'm getting my players' names mixed up. Wingsofdeath. He just went in, but he didn't get out. He blew up somebody, but then he got blown up himself. So overall, really, really depends on what you think about it. Blue team getting a bit more gold. The gold league coming up to 4 and a bit thousand. However, it's not looking too good for the purple team. It's looking better, but still not very good. And this is just a deletion at the moment. This has happened 4 or 5 times. They go, get somebody hooked. The ward is just continually placed in the perfect spot. Fresh goes and gets a hook, and then just absolute deletion on one of their people. Now they can't go, they could barely 5v5. They can't go in 5v4. Great zoning by Wingsofdeath and Renekton. And they take the second Baron of the game at 39 minutes and 20 something seconds. So there is the gold lead, just going extending out. Ezreal going and split pushing, and by CS, he doesn't really need a split push. Look, 325, the highest in the game, and he's basically full build. He is full build. Look, Infinity Edge, Trinity Forge, Trinity Force, Belated Rune King, Banshee's Veil, Last Whisper, and the Berserker's Group. And that is the deletion potential Wingsofdeath. I keep saying it over and over and over again. And purple team just don't go and respect it. His rotation's up again. However, this Salt and Battery goes and distorts out of it. Can he go and flash out? Yes, he does. There's another fight. Wingsofdeath, his rotation will be back up. He could go and try to go and get somebody down again. But this is just a very scrappy fight. Hook coming on Karthus, but he goes and Zonya's in the perfect place. Gonna go and try to get this fight going in again. Wingsofdeath just goes and gets taken out. Great true shot barrage, but overall, double kill from Ezreal. Another Flay really disrupting. Triple kill. Can this be quadra kill? No, it can't. Ezreal is just such a monster at the moment. Galeon Fresh is peeling absolutely perfect. That Flay, as you saw before, is pushing the Karthus, pushing Vi perfectly back, so they can really do absolutely nothing to the freight train of Ezreal. he definitely doesn't go and need a map. Sorry for that pun. The Assault and Battery just basically doing nothing. Nightblue just trying to go and save this inhibitor, but he can't really do anything at the moment. The team is just way too tanky. He just goes and regens everything back with the life steal. And the Baron buff. They are just wreaking havoc in the purple team base blue right now. Just going straight in. The attack damage on Ezreal is amazing. The combo of him and Wingsofdeath on LeBlanc is just absolutely ridiculous. The fantastic tanks on Lee Sin, Fresh, and Renekton. Fresh has become a bit of a tank by himself. He's got the Spectrals, he's got the Banshee's Veil, he's got the Mikkel's Crucible, he's also got the Ruby for that 450 life. Oh, that's pretty strong. And the Fawn Mail. So overall doing a great work. But Carfish just goes in Zhonya's, and he doesn't contribute much. This fight is just going to be a bit of a slaughter for purple team now. They're just getting taken out way too hard. Ezreal just taking a little bit of damage. He's going to lifesteal this one back. Another turret down. Nate is mid lane. Can they go and take out the inhibitor as well? Being a tiny bit greedy, but they have all rights to. Another engage. Assault and Battery going straight in, but she goes and gets deleted. A double kill for Ezreal. Trying to kite back the Carthus, and that is an ace for LeBlanc. The Requiem doing absolutely nothing. The surrender vote coming in from purple team. Overall, a very hard fought game, but in the end, it just kind of turned out of control. As we can see, a 15,000 gold lead in the end, just doing a lot of good work. Checking out these final scores, 26-3-14 on Ezreal. There's 52 kills in the game. He got basically half. Actually, exactly half. I can't go and add. Renekton had a very dodgy early game, however, went and proved himself in the end. Got the random Zoman, just being a very tanky beast. LeBlanc, 10-7-11, great KDA. Got deleted a couple of times after deleting people. And then we've got Lee Sin, just a massive tank as well. Overall, the synergy of the purple team, it was there, but it wasn't fully there. Their engages wasn't as hard and full straight on as let's say of purple team. But overall, a very fantastic game, the Going Cast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you give any feedback, please go and say in the comment section below. It'd be absolutely fantastic to go and hear what you guys say about my commentary. Because it is quite hard to go and cast for 42 minutes straight without a co-caster. So let's see what you guys say. Pros and cons be well appreciated. Will be a survey link in the description below. But other than that, it's undercover dude. But other than that, it's one authority all the way from down under. Out.